thinking of a sacred and a blissful bond. We wave a matrimonial wand. The outcome is a seemingly pretty wedlock, meant to be as solid as a bedrock. Man and wife expected to cohabit in harmony. But do we hear the wife's cacophony? She tries to hide her pain under a cape. She is subjected to gruesome marital rape. This is the auspicious sin practised by many of our kith and kin. Unimportant and undesirable is her consent. The man is so hell-bent. The wedlock gives him a latent, lethal license. He thinks, how could forceful consummation be an offence? Something that she wants to purge, but supreme is his carnal urge. The blissful harmony turns out to be a hoax. How could we be such ignorant folks? This is the auspicious sin, and we set it in. Awaken! She is not his private property. She has the right to life and personal liberty. He mustn't cross the line. He mustn't cross the line. She is not a glass of intoxicating wine. Not an enslaved muse. Not an enslaved muse. She is not meant for abuse. She won't put up with any violent monotony. She has her own autonomy. This auspicious sin has a place only in the bin. Hello everyone. I recited my poem, The Auspicious Sin, which targets an often ignored social malaise, that is, marital rape. Marital rape is sexual violence. Marital rape is a sin, and we will not let it prevail in our society. You see, I'm very fond of polity and governance. So here, in the context of marital rape, I would like to briefly touch upon the Indian Constitution. Why? Because many of you must not have studied the Constitution as a subject and would be unaware of some important things, while many of us who did tend to be forgetful of those important things. So first, I even quoted this sentence in my poem. She has the right to life and personal liberty. This is actually a fundamental right guaranteed to us by Article 21 and enshrined in the Constitution of India in Part 3. Article 21 reads, protection of life and personal liberty. There are various rights that form a part of Article 21 as held by the Supreme Court of India. Some of them are right to live with human dignity, right to privacy, right against inhuman treatment, and right of women to be treated with decency and dignity. Second, there is a list of fundamental duties enshrined in the Indian Constitution in Part 4A. Under that Part 4A, Article 51A explicitly lists 11 codified fundamental duties, out of which one is to renounce practices derogatory to the dignity of women. And for your information, fundamental rights and fundamental duties are correlative and inseparable. Now, a brief mention of an Indian social legislation. Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005. Under this, domestic violence not only includes physical abuse but also sexual abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, and economic abuse. If domestic violence is perpetrated against a woman in a shared household, the aggrieved woman has the right to seek protection orders from a judicial magistrate. This law makes domestic violence a civil offence. But what we as a society need to understand and realize is that marital rape is not just a civil offence. It is worse than a crime. It is a sin. And we will not tolerate it. We just won't. And why I choose to speak boldly about this is because I have the right to freedom of expression as guaranteed to me by Article 19. Also, it is one of my fundamental duties to develop a spirit of inquiry and reform. Finally, if this poem did affect you, you can like the video, you can share it with others, and be a little kind to me by subscribing to me. To all the women watching this video, I would say, know your rights and do not succumb to false societal pressures. And to the men watching this video, I would say, spread the word, because we need both men and women to establish a harmonious world.